Hey guys, Eric here, Rodix Innovation. This is an instruction video for the OffCourse. Okay, so let's take a quick walkthrough of what you will find in the case. There's the OffCourse unit, obviously. You will find CO2 cartridge adapters, ball magazine with the magazine plug installed. There is a small toolkit with some extra seals and an extra magazine plug. Over here we have a barrel squeegee for cleaning. And this is an important one, the user's manual. We highly recommend that you read this one thoroughly, and if you ever lose your copy, you can always find the latest version on our website, rodixinnovation.com/instructions. Or you can just simply scan the QR code on top of the control box. Okay, so let's install the OffCourse on the boat, and before I start doing that, I will put on my safety goggles. Now you want to make sure that the GPS antenna here lines up with the pylon and the center line of the boat, and also that these thumb screws are tightened down real good. And they need to be rechecked during the day and retightened if needed. And now I install the magazines. And you don't need to tighten these down too hard. And once that is done, I pan the markers forward towards the bow of the boat by loosening this pan lock lever and just panning it forward towards the built-in stop, and I'm locking it down. And same thing over here. And now I will cock the markers by pulling this cocking pin straight backwards until I hear a distinct clicking noise. Then I know it is locked in its rear position. And the same thing on this side. Okay, so now we pressurize the markers with these 12-gram CO2 cartridges that we put in the CO2 cartridge adapters, just like that, and tighten them. And I used to do this pretty quickly, the tightening, just because there's a small needle in here that will puncture the cartridge, and the faster we tighten, the less gas leaks out. Let's fill up the magazines. You do not want to keep more than 12 balls in each magazine at a time. And reinstall the magazine plug. Okay, so let's connect the OffCourse to the power supply. You want to make sure to get rid of the cable so you don't get in a hassle with the steering wheel. And now it normally takes like 30 seconds for a GPS antenna to get a signal. And now it's time for the final step before we're good to go, and that is to remove the barrel plugs. And we recommend you to wait for as long as possible before doing this step for safety. Best thing is if the skier is already in the water by now when you pull the plugs out. So now it's time to go. Just a quick summary. You have attached the OffCourse to the windshield, you have panned the markers forward, cocked them, and they are pressurized. You have balls in the magazines. You have connected the OffCourse to the boat's power supply. You got a GPS signal. You have your safety goggles on, and you have removed the barrel plugs. So the skier is waiting. Okay, so this is the driver point of view. And let's pretend that we are heading down the lake in 30 miles an hour. The skier is up behind the boat, and it's time to choose the program. And what you have here is 6 buttons. You have on the left 3 alternative buttons, A, B, and C. And you have your start button, your stop button, and the infinity choice button. You have to start from the left by choosing program first, A, B or C, where A gives you a normal, regular slalom course with 41 meters between the markings, B gives you 1.5 times a regular course, and C gives you 2 times a regular course. If you choose to push start right away after choosing program, the off-course will start after 2 seconds by shooting a 0 ball on the left side. That work as an indicator for the skier on when to turn right to get just in time for the first real marking on the right side. It will then mark a course with 6 markings and automatically stop. If you feel like skiing more than 6 turns in a row, you can choose the Infinity program. The Infinity program disengages the default setting of stopping after 7 markings, and the off-course will just continue to mark, so that you can empty your magazines and ski up to 24 consecutive turns. And the Infinity button needs to be pushed after choosing program and before pushing start. So a normal button pattern with the Infinity mode would look something like B Infinity start or C Infinity start. And you want to push the buttons in a sequence like this: A Infinity start or B Infinity start. You will also have to adjust course width by using this width adjustment knob. Rotating it clockwise gives you a narrower course, and rotating it counterclockwise gives you a wider course. And you really want to make sure to watch your fingers, since this operation is done fairly close to the barrels over here where the projectiles are exiting. So keep your hands as close to the width adjustment knob as possible. And when the skier signals that he or she is tired and want to take a rest, it is very important that you push the stop button, even though the off-course turns itself off when the boat declines 22 miles an hour. It is also very important that the skier do not pull out alongside of the boat that you will normally do after a ski set is done, but let go of the handle straight behind the boat. Okay, so the skier is down and you have stopped the boat. There is only one thing left to do, and that is to install the barrel plugs on both markers and make sure that they are pushed all the way in before you pick up the skier. Okay guys, thank you for watching this instruction video. We hope you will enjoy your off course, and if there are any questions whatsoever, always feel free to reach out to us at info@rodixinnovation.com, and we hope to see you on the water.